what is the last riff we do in that submarine before it collapses?
Nathaniel, did you just fucking eat the last peanut?
No, I would be like, hey, what does Button do?
We're about to cause a ruckus with the community.
I got beat up by a special ed.
Hold on, bitch.
Hey, tell me if this counts as bullying.
Even like in a silly goose time.
I'm pretty cool, I think. He calls me Zaddy.
Welcome to the Bad Neighbor Pod.
Like the 30 seconds before the podcast starts, and it's just like, all right, wait, what's up, guys? It's like it's just like the
Shit, here we go again. Kind of that.
Are we on right there?
I think you should
Are we
ride.
on?
I think you should ride whatever feeling you're feeling. Yeah.
what,
I
right?
think, yeah, just like instead of feeling like you need to turn on, just like
sit here and not do it.
well, not do anything, but like
You're gonna pull a Marcos.
bitch, we hate your ass.
You have such a great. It's like you lived like in that life. Do you come from that life?
Hating people's ass?
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
No, we expand.
You have such a good accent for people. With that,
Oh.
you know,
No,
like,
he just watched a lot of hip hop.
I love
there's
Drake.
no way that's Biggie, dog. That's not.
Just watched a lot of fucking Sway in the Morning.
I watched a lot of Nardwar interviews, and so it just
So then why aren't you Nardwar and why are you all the interviewees?
I would love that. But yeah, I've never.
I showed David a video yesterday, and
Yesterday.
yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
It was during the daytime.
I showed him a video on my spam account that I had in my junior year of high school, and we were lighting a firework, and I go, "Oh my God, it's about to go off, shit!" And I was like, "Dang, we were all doing that shit back in the day." I was like, I've been doing that voice since junior year. It wasn't until I met David I was like, "That's right."
Did you get it from like Xbox
I
Live?
can have fun. Oh, that's a great question. I I don't know what I got it from.
Because
the
think
culture,
about it,
dude.
like, but what culture? He's from Tehachapi.
Just
There were
urban
no
culture?
black
Yeah.
kids. There was no.
Well, we
hey,
didn't
do
say
you know
black.
Do you know who?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
just
Hey,
urban.
do you know who like the number
Let's
one?
call a pigeon a spade, all right, guys. Let's do it, all right.
like the number one fan of Waka Flocka Flame
Is white kids.
is like white suburban kids.
Yeah.
God damn it, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's
with
just
any
what it is.
rapper. Any rapper who's huge, their main following is white kids. Any rapper.
Yeah, I
Is
guess
that
you're
who
right.
has the money? Is that who we're trying to make content
Well, that's
for?
who makes.
What the fuck are we doing here,
That's
guys? Are
who
we trying to
makes
make
you the
money
money.
for content for little white kids to buy our shit? What are
Yeah.
we doing?
He's
here?
right.
So,
Let's just get a bunch of guns and hold them while we're on the podcast.
well, we can do that, but I'm just saying,
Oh, you have a canker sore too?
bruh.
Whose joke?
Oh,
is
look,
that?
AIDS monkey just walked
It's
in.
my joke.
It's pretty funny.
I thought so.
No, it's excellent. It's great.
Sure.
Marcos, that
Listen
begs
to
the
the
question.
tape, bitch. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Who are black people listening to? If what you say is true,
They listen to shit like,
Coldplay.
yeah.
Sade, Coldplay concerts.
Yeah,
That's where they're at?
Yeah, Coldplay live acoustic.
Damn.
Who are black people listen to? Themselves, because they have their own mixtapes.
Ooh.
That's gnarly as fuck.
Oh, they
dude.
support local art. I like that.
Exactly.
I love a community like
I tell
that.
you what though, one time I was on Amigo and I was talking to a black guy, and I was like,
They just
Listen
start
to my
pulling out his
mixtape.
cock.
and racistly I assumed, is your favorite rapper Polo G? And he was like, yeah. How'd you know that shit? And I was like, what do you think mine is? And then he went through all of them, and I'm
He's
like,
all Travis Scott.
it was exactly that.
It was Travis
It was
Scott.
He's
My-
all
my
okay,
number
white
one
kids.
artist
White
was Travis
kids. White
Scott.
kids love Travis Scott, bro.
And he
But
just,
what was he saying?
he
Like
was scrolling
the
through.
Killers?
Yeah, he was like Trippie Redd, and I told him it was a rapper.
Oh, rapper.
Yeah, I
Okay,
go,
okay.
it's a very popular rapper, and he goes, 21 Savage. I go, no. He goes, ugh, Drake, and I go, no. And he goes, Trippie Redd, no. And he can't guess it to save his life, and I go, it's Travis Scott, and he goes, oh my God, and then he just hangs up on me.
Because like a lot of like fools I know find that shit corny.
Travis Scott.
Like people who like are deep into like the hip hop shit, they find all the mainstream shit super corny.
I think that shit's so gay. The dudes that are so like backpack, like they're like, I'm so backpack dog. I don't listen to nothing. Like they
Yeah.
call it like bubblegum, because like pop.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Travis Scott would be bubblegum.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's that bubblegum shit I don't listen to. You know, man, man, who I listen to, you don't
Nas.
even know.
Like the second,
And it's like, that shit's lame, dog.
like
Like,
the second Kendrick
this shit
went
sounds
famous.
like it sucks.
yeah, like it's all, man, the lyricism, dog. And it's like,
Yeah.
it sounds like they're trying so hard and stuff.
We're
Sometimes,
like,
I think
man.
that's
dog,
coming
you're
back,
listening
though.
to Young Gravy.
It's
That
some
shit
of
ain't
that
hot at all.
is coming
Well, like,
back.
I listen
Yellow
to-
Wolf, bro.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like introspective stuff like Black Star or like Talib Kweli, Tribe Called Quest, fucking The Roots and shit, like all that kind of shit. Like that shit is like funky and soulful.
That
But,
shit's
like,
coming back though.
But fools, it
That
is.
shit-
It's been
that
back. It's
shit's
been
coming
there.
back.
But like shit, like Immortal Technique and stuff, like where they're like, I was going and like say the
Yeah.
big giant words for like no reason, you know, soliloquy, and I was chilling in the tree with me.
Tech
and-
9.
It
Yeah.
just sounds like you're
Yeah.
trying too hard and it's not cool.
It's I'm a lyrical wordsmith, and it's like so we get it, dude. Like
It's like
You're a
cool.
cunning linguist.
It's all cool. Your beat sounds like shit though.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the way
yeah.
it sounds.
Like I want something that I could like bob my head to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Like,
want to be able to put my windows down and drive around.
And look dope as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn
Or like
else-
kind of lean out the window a little bit.
But with
listening
Immortal
to shit.
Technique, it's like, bro, if you wait 10 minutes at the end of this story, you're gonna have your mind blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was actually fucking his mom, bro.
Yeah. It's a shit like it's a shit where they're like, oh yeah, he rapped the whole story backwards. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, did you see? Hey, this one fool though, he did a freestyle. And he's all right. Now give it to him, dog. And then he went and did the freestyle. Like he talked about a bunch of different subjects, and then did those same subjects but backwards. It was pretty raw. It's hard to explain, but it was cool.
You know what I hate is the rappers who rap fast as fuck. I'm like, what's the point of that?
Twisted.
Like Logic.
No, like how Eminem like and like Logic, you're just going fast. I'm
Like Logic,
Busta
I remember
Rhymes.
Logic dropped a song where he went through the entire alphabet and he said every letter in the alphabet, but he rapped the whole time.
Yeah.
And then it like went out, and I'm like, this is cool. But then I was like, no one else is gonna think that.
that's cool. But
is.
think
It's
about
like
it. You
a-
listen to that once, maybe twice. You don't listen to it constantly because like this shit is catchy.
yeah,
That's why I don't like shit like that. I'm like, I can listen to it once, but like I heard it, and then move on.
I see that.
Like
I
it's
feel
easy
that.
to move on from. That's like when I listen to that shit like that. Like Eminem, I will not listen to whatever the fuck
But
his
you-
new shit is.
You know what I'll listen to over and over again is Playboy Cardi, and he's got a
says
song where he just
nothing.
goes,
Exactly. Go, yeah.
I took
Uh-huh.
my shirt off and these hoes stopped breathing, and he says that 12 times in a row. And
Bro,
I'm like, this
he-
shit is heat.
He
dude.
literally,
This shit is so good. Take my shirt off and then these hoes stop breathing. Just the whole time. And I'm
even
like,
worse
this
than
is
that,
so hard.
he has a song called What? And that's the only
He
word.
goes, what?
What? What?
Yeah.
And it's the most fire shit ever.
Well, think about Kanye when he dissed Drake pretty much, and he didn't say a single word. He just went boopity scoop, scoopity boop. Yeah.
Scooby Dee boop. Woody bee whoop whoop whoop.
It's just think about shit like that. Where like, hey, when you listen to it, hey, that's a fire beat. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
fire beat.
I've
Crazy.
listened to
Fire
that
beat.
song so many times. I remember when it came out, I recorded a video of me on the toilet going like this with my feet. Whoopity scoop.
Uh-huh.
Whoop. And I posted it on Snapchat, and everybody's like, that song is fire, though.
Dude,
That's
I'm
my
like,
karaoke song.
I
I swear to God, dude. It's the only one I've ever done.
what did the karaoke things look like? It's just boopity scoop.
Yeah, no, they literally have it.
it
Whoopity
says
scoop.
scat improvise.
Freestyle.
Yeah, I tried to memorize it. It didn't work out.
Has anyone done their Spotify Wrapped?
I
Yeah.
I did the Apple Music one.
He said, I'm a Virgo.
Mine said I'm gay.
Mine came up and it's all here's your music, and you listen to this many different like kind of genres. I'm like, okay, cool, and it's like calculating it, and it comes up and it's just hip hop, dirty South hip hop, Memphis hip hop, and like that's all it is. It's
2000s
I-
hip hop.
okay, so
Country,
hip hop.
butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just all
Who was your number one,
guys-
Julian?
Kanye.
yeah, Kanye too, dog.
Oh, that's right.
Good for you.
I had Drake.
What kind of question is
Drake
that?
was your number one?
Number one
That-
was
hey,
Drake.
That's why you
should
didn't post
shoot-
it.
Yeah, you should.
That's
shoot
100%
yourself.
why I didn't post it.
Hey,
I
Drake.
was like, bro, I was like, I get it. Like, I listened to a lot of it, but I was like, I didn't think I listened
Drake
to it
was my
that
number
much.
4, I think. I think mine, which is pre-fly. I Kanye West, not to brag. You know, number 2, Larry June.
Dope.
Vibes,
I saw
dog.
that.
Shouts
I
out.
saw that.
That's
I was
the vibes,
nice.
dog.
Yeah.
Like number 2, dog. Like vibing to Palisades, California, dog. Like, come on, man. And then number 3 was Chance, the rapper. And then 4, I think, was Drizzy Drake on the Lip Free, Make a Magic Boy, Roy and Siegfried.
Not bad.
Mine went Drake, Tyler, Alchemist, West Side Gun, and then The Weeknd.
Ooh, The Weeknd.
That's
kind
kind of gay, dude.
Yeah.
You've been fucking this year. That's all that means.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
That's what my girl said. I was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Bitch, what?"
What?
And then my top
Been
5
vibing to
songs
Drake.
played were
What
like
the
the
hell
most
did you
ghetto
Oh yeah,
songs.
my
Yeah,
top 5.
just the most ghetto.
I can't remember what number 1 was, but number 2 was "Wait for You"
Sing it. What's
by
Wait For You?
Future and Drake.
Nice.
I think that's the one about. No,
That's his breakup song, so that's
Is
why.
it?
it is.
Yeah.
It's like a
Breakup
fucking
song.
X song.
Yeah.
Dude. It's like a "I'll wait for you." Like that's so gay.
It's all
dude. What
adios
the-
amor and shit like that. It's all like something super fucking gay.
My
know-
number.
That was my number 2.
My number 5 song is that "Pussy Out" song by the
Hands
sexy.
on your knees. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah, dude. Just because the whole
Bend
beat
that
is just
ass
like
over.
it's like,
Let
you're
that
like-
coochie breathe.
it makes me like go like this in the car. You know, I'm just
What was your number 1 song, David?
I don't remember.
Fuck.
It was all. It was the same. It was all Pussy Bree song.
yeah.
Mine was one by Key Glock.
Mine was Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
No, it
Isn't
wasn't.
that crazy?
Such a
What?
liar, dude.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
No.
That's
What?
so crazy.
What? Was it, I mean, it's a vibe.
Take it away, Julian.
I'm gonna pop some tags, and I got $20 in my pocket.
You forgot the part where he's like,
That's that bubblegum shit, motherfucker.
it was 99 cents.
But it was 99 cents. What?
Isn't that song?
No way, dude. That was.
But it was
99
99 cents. What?
You did the
Playboy
Apple
Cardi?
Music one.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it yet.
That's why you have whack data.
What do you mean whack data?
Oh man, come on.
Your number
dude.
1 song was Macklemore.
Nah, it wasn't. It had to have been something super cool. I didn't check it yet.
It's probably like CD Ghost.
It really is, probably, yeah. I think they're not my number 1 artist. Number 2 is the Beatles.
Good for you, man. Good
Yeah.
for you.
I
Checked
feel
it
like
last
your
year.
numbers for listening to music had to have been nuts.
Why?
with
Mine
Spotify.
were insane, dude.
What numbers?
Like your minutes played.
Yeah, like you listen to 1 million songs this year, and I'm like, holy shit.
Mine said I listened to like 3,000, and then my minutes played was 36,000.
That's more than me. I had
Yeah,
29,000.
really?
I don't have a commute.
That's
I don't
4
ever really
days,
drive.
dude.
Yeah,
Mine
mine was
is-
19,000.
Mine was
Wow.
36,000.
That's
2.5 days.
It was like it was like
Yeah, they
3
told me
days
mine is
straight.
4 days in a row. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a
That
lot.
seems reasonable for a year, though.
Are you doing a lot of podcasts though?
No, that's the thing is like this year I listened to no podcast really.
That's a lot because I looked and then it broke it down and like 13,000 of those minutes were podcasts.
Oh, so that's not many. That's
Yeah.
probably like a day.
Because
and a
that's
half.
all I do is I listen to podcasts. Like I'll go on a 5-hour ride and I'll watch
Oh, that's my
like
normal
3
time.
podcasts.
Do you know what's even
Really?
more insane is that in Call of Duty you can go in your settings and you can see how long you've been doing it, and it will tell you like 9 hours, 1 day
Yeah.
total,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
days
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
And I would look at mine, and I went crazy on Call of Duty during a COVID,
It's all 36 days.
and I was like, mine is like, holy shit, mine's 18 days. That's insane.
Wow.
And then I checked my friends, and theirs were an entire month,
That's
an entire
crazy.
month playing Call of Duty. It was like 29 days, 8 hours, 36 minutes. And I was like, holy shit.
Hey, since we're on this subject, did you guys hear about this thing where one of the developers for GTA, the new GTA, said that the games that you play shouldn't be by like a $60 like over you know.
I did see this.
It should be a per hour basis. So you should rent it, and that's how you should play it for how many hours you spend.
Entertainment value per hour.
Yeah.
That's
That would
fucking
be
crazy.
insane.
So like a game should cost like hell.
I'd skip all the side quests. You know,
For real.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
dude.
you
Like,
wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to play. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be.
That's like a fucking coin op. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh,
That's
like-
exactly what that is.
Dude, you couldn't even like
That's
leave
where
your
it's heading,
you
dude.
can even leave your console to go get a snack. You're like, holy shit, I'm on the clock right now.
yeah,
I
I'm
gotta-
about to
Yeah.
get charged.
I gotta make sure that
Dude,
I play.
12 years from now, that's all it's gonna be.
That
No
would
way.
suck.
Guarantee
dude.
it,
There's
dude.
no way.
no,
Dude,
I
look
think-
at how much
no.
the microtransactions have taken over everything in the past 5. Remember, you could just buy a game and just play it, and now you have to download everything and then buy all the attachments and all this stuff just to play with other people and get this
Yeah,
or that.
You know,
that's-
what
Remember,
would
a
be
game
cool,
would just
though?
come with
But now-
armor, with upgrades, like
You
But
know
now
what-
I think it's pivoting to where
Halo.
the whole point I bought an Xbox was because of Game Pass. That's the
Yeah,
only
so-
reason I did because they're moving to that. where it's more
So-
of like streaming now. They
Yeah,
want
PlayStation's
streaming.
getting it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
they're
like,
behind the 8 ball.
So like Xbox Game Pass,
Again,
I
like,
have
that's
like
the-
a digital Hollywood video.
Mhm.
Like I could go
Oh,
on
right,
and
right.
I could be like, I want to play this game. Okay, I played it a little bit. Okay, I don't really like it. Let me try this game. All right, let me try this game. And it's like you just pay the monthly fee to just play whatever you want.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because I'm paying like $16 a month, and I could get as many games as
Yeah.
my shit would hold,
And you play it right now.
and you can play it right there.
No
You know-
download, no
and they're
nothing.
You know what'd
changing,
be
it,
cool,
yeah, they're
though?
changing the shit towards cloud streaming,
Yeah,
so you can
cloud
play it
streaming.
as you're streaming.
Yeah.
But it sucks.
It's
No.
ass.
Let's be
it's
honest,
ass.
it sucks.
The
No.
cloud streaming is ass for
No.
sure, but the download is fucking.
I think it's ass. I played
Tight.
Lego Batman on the streaming thing on PlayStation, and I was like, this
I haven't
is
had an issue.
because it doesn't save your progression. You have to
Oh,
like
no, it
whatever you're
does.
playing there.
It
What kind
does.
of games
Save
do you
my
play?
version.
I've played Humankind, which is like a Civ 6 kind of
Okay.
game. I played Minecraft. No, I downloaded that one. What did I play? I played Payday. I played Starfield.
So these aren't like competitive games where you're 1v1 someone.
Oh no, yeah. See, I wouldn't do it for that.
That's when
yeah.
like the latency, like
100% where you're
Yeah.
fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm playing like kind of just games I kind of
story games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there a
like
game
shit
that
I
we
could
can
play.
all do where we can all get and go do like a raid or something? Because I've never had enough friends to do a game where there's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
where
raid.
I'm
Rust.
at. Because like as soon as I got my shit, I was like, dude, I want to play like. With
Is
the
there a game that
homies.
we can all play?
Rust.
Like,
League of Legends.
Okay, well,
League
see,
of Legends.
going back to GTA.
okay.
To be fair, I kind of see where they're coming from with the like
per
value-
hour?
per hour, because you get a racing game, you fucking beat that shit and then it's over, and it was still $60. As a-
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly. And like compared to fucking GTA 5, I spent $60 on that over a decade ago, and it's still fun to boot up. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I kind of see where they're coming from. Like that's gonna last us. Like we're gonna put this game out, and that's it for a while, because that's like a, GTA San Andreas and
Yeah.
GTA 5. That's like chapters in people's
Have
lives.
you seen where people
curious-
mod it? Like
GTA
Dude, the
5.
mod is.
they'll
dope.
they'll mod it to like be like, hey, this is the city of Houston. Come join my Houston server, and you pay them to like get on the server, and it's like all different skins and different like
Yeah.
rims and shit like
All
that.
the cars are
Shit looks
legit
dope.
brands.
Yeah,
and,
and
shit.
they like role play in the world. It's the strangest thing ever.
Me
like
and
you
David,
could go.
A bunch of people are like cops in there, and I think
Yeah.
it's so
Fucking weird.
cool.
Yeah,
me
dude.
and David did a stream together where we were just going into Twitch streams and commenting just ratchet ass shit on everyone's Twitches, and then we were going into a GTA role play, and we figured it'd be cool. Like people are breaking the speed limit, and then the cops pull you over, and then you talk with the cops, and you shoot the cops and run, and then you got 11 on your tail, all real people. That sounds cool.
12.
But we went into one, and it was a black guy breaking up with a black girl on the beach, and they were just talking about their relationship as if it was real in GTA. Nah, I saw you effing with them other boys. I don't really trust you anymore. How am I supposed to? And he goes, nah, baby, we got our own thing. We got our own thing. He's like, no. I see you with them other boy. And they went for like an hour.
it was
dude.
crazy.
And it was
genuinely
just like,
crazy.
it's insane that people were spending their entire lives pretending to be in a relationship in GTA 5. It was
But I mean, is
so
that any
cool.
different than real life, dude? Just pretending to be in a relationship.
Yeah, the difference is it's
Wow.
real life.
That's deep.
Yeah.
The difference is you can see the person and you're not on a
Exactly.
controller. On
But
a
for these
TV.
people, you could see the person.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but they look bad
Hey,
as fuck.
Hey, yeah,
They're
you know what
probably
the
ugly as
difference is?
fuck.
Yeah, they're ugly
Yeah,
as
they're
fuck, but they're
gross.
bad as fuck in this GTA 5
Exactly.
game. They
So you got a
huge
BBL for
tits,
free.
big ass. That's totally a good point.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with 6, because they said 6 is the last one.
They're lying.
They're lying their asses.
When- think
Windows
so.
said Windows 10 was the last OS ever. They're lying.
Yeah,
You
Windows
think
11.
Rockstar is gonna make more after 6?
Bro, it's the most successful franchise ever. Why would
Well,
they not?
I watched a video of how they've been number 2, like they've been in the top 5 game charts ever since it was released.
Yeah. So why would they fuck that up?
That's true.
How
But
many-
also, why would they even release a new game if they could just keep modding and like updating the
No,
old
because
shit?
you have to think they coded this shit on an engine that was meant for the PS3.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So that limits them on what they can do. So it's been a fucking decade plus since this shit was made.
Think about how strong the PS3 was, though, because they're still able to
It was, but
Yeah,
bro,
build
you,
off of it.
you play shit on it today and you'll feel the difference if you've been playing like modern consoles and shit.
Uh,
It's like you don't really notice it when it's happening, but then you look back, 2
Yeah.
consoles ago.
well,
or
that's
whatever.
me because I'm in a weird switch right now where I'm like I went from PS3 to now I'm like up to date with the newest shit.
You have a PS5?
No, I have an Xbox S. So it's
That's
the newest
gay.
series.
Okay.
I was gonna go to PS5, but then I was like, I don't want.
You should just get a
Drops
PC,
fire.
dude. PC Master Race.
Thought about it, but then I'm good.
But it's just so chill throwing it on your TV and just like you know what
Yeah,
I mean. You
for
don't got to
sure.
deal with drivers and shit for controllers and all that
I
shit.
like the PC, dude, because like I could do everything on it. It's like I have a fucking an Xbox, a PlayStation. I could do Netflix, YouTube,
Yeah.
homework. Like, it's all
I
right
see
there.
it for you guys. I work on a computer all day, so that's why I kind of like it. 'cause
It's like
people
a
are just-
disconnect.
Have a break
Yeah.
from
My
that
thing,
shit.
my thing
Yeah.
too though is I'm not even a computer person.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer like a desktop at all.
Yeah.
I was like, so there's no point of me to get a PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
There's
on
no
a PC,
incentive.
that's a great point though, because on a PC, I'll listen to music, stream, watch porn, and do my taxes at the same time.
And
but
play
I'm
those
doing it on the
games.
same
And play those
console.
games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
fucking GTA 5 roleplay.
Yeah,
But for me, I'm like, I
With my
could
other
just-
girlfriend.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm
Is that
like, I
cheating?
could just do that here. Like, I could just do it off my TV.
I feel
no,
you.
That's
you
all I've
can't.
been-
It's a different experience, and the
It's a way different experience. I'd rather be on console on a TV.
yeah. I feel that.
For sure, it's way more chill. You
'Cause-
know, it's weird to be playing video games on a computer and then have someone sit behind you. You know what I mean? But it is cool for you two to be sitting in those recliners, both remotes in your hands, looking at
Exactly.
Oh
something
yeah, that's
behind you.
true.
That's one thing though. I wish more games would focus on fucking couch co-op and like
Oh yeah, instead of
split-screen
online shit.
Yeah, because it's like that kind of ruins the point. Because
It-
half
it
the
fell
fun.
off.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember being able to play like racing games and like playing Madden with your homies like in the couch. But
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, now it's online.
Bro, I lost a
Dude,
friend over screen
dude,
peeking.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
me too, dog. Me
I used
too.
to fuck.
Swear to God.
I used to fuck people's shit
cheating
up.
No, I know. I literally regret it to this day. We were on some little kid shit, but we were playing Halo like 2.
Nuh-uh.
No, he's literally like, but swear on our friendship you weren't screen peeking. I swear to God, it was hella dramatic.
And you lied to him?
And I was like, I wasn't fucking screen peeking, dog. And he goes, get out of my house right now. No, because
Because you
Like,
were
great.
screen peeking?
Hey, this is a great
Bro,
sketch idea, dude.
we
This
were
is brilliant.
fucking, because I was staying the night there.
Oh,
And it was
that's
kind of
even
late.
worse.
And we're having a sleepover.
Yeah.
And like, I don't I regret this. I literally regret. This is like one of those, like, I shouldn't be a liar in life.
It still fucks with you to this day.
Swear to God. I swear to God.
What was his name?
Nick.
Yeah.
Have you
I
reached
thought
out?
it was a Nick.
I've talked to him since.
And he's like, I fucking hate you.
It was never the same.
Dude, the craziest thing that
Because
ever
he knew
happened.
he's
is-
all, dude, I can't
So
trust
what?
this fool, dude.
So what was the end result? He was
rat.
just like, get the fuck
Not
out of
what
my
you did,
house.
it's
He
the fact
literally
you
said,
lied
I don't
about
want
it.
you to spend the night tonight.
No
Wow.
way.
It's like
So you
the
gotta
dri-
call your mom like, Mom, you gotta pick me up.
I've done that before.
It was walking
It
distance.
was like in Drake and Josh. He's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm done with you.
I'm disappointed. It fucking hurt, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't thought about that in a
One
long
time
ass
I was
time.
spending
That's
the night at my
funny.
homie's house.
Starts crying.
And
Pussy.
Why'd you
fucking
bring this shit
faggot.
up, man?
So, hey man, what's in this shit, dog?
You screen peeking bitch. I ain't never going to David's house to play video games.
I was spending a night with my homie and his stepbrother, and they were on a bunk beds, and I was sleeping on the floor. And I want to say we were
Started
probably
getting
11. We were probably like 13, and then his brother was like 16 or something like that. He was older, and his my buddy was on the top bunk, and he was dropping shit on his head, like pillows and toys and shit like that on his face, and he couldn't
Cum.
sleep, and he was pissed off. And then I was like, I'll get him on the next one. I'll get him on the next one. And I went to go up and slap his feet like really hard. What I didn't know is that he was flipped. So I went up and I slapped
Smacked
him
his
in the
face.
face. So he got out of bed, mounted me, and fucking punched me in the fucking face. And then went to bed. And then I just see my homie on the top bunk just like, yo. And I'm like,
Crying.
I texted my mom and I was like, I think I want to go home. And it's like 11:30 at night. She goes, why? Why would you want to go home? They punched me.
I'm on my way.
And I never saw that fool again, dude. It was
died.
like,
Funny as fuck, dude.
dude,
That
yeah,
is good.
getting punched in the face on a
It's-
sleepover.
yeah,
is
dude.
insane,
That's
dude.
I think
just see
everybody
the
has
image
that
of you just
experience.
going.
Yeah.
That's like from Nacho Libre, like
Yeah.
just that, just like it's.
Get the shit kicked out of you because you slap somebody.
Yeah.
So is that why your nose is like that?
Yes.
We've been wanting to bring it up.
Is that why your hair's like that?
Yes.
Is that why your swag's like this?
I lost all tense, smell, taste, style. All of it was gone.
Was
after
that your
punch.
first time getting punched in the face?
No, I got a fight in 6th grade. I told you guys about that. I fought a special ed kid.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
fought a
Good
cop.
call.
No,
That's
this
me.
was
That was him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I fight the cops.
I fought a special ed kid.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I
That
put-
guy that did that bench press, right?
Oh my god.
No. Bench press.
Yeah, it has like the world record bench press attached to me.
Oh no, that's a
With the
Down
reel
syndrome
that has
guy. Yeah, we had a Down syndrome kid in Tehachapi that was on Sports Center because he broke the benching record at our high school, and it was like fucking
Over on the extra
4
chromosome.
He broke the
plates or
bench
something
first,
like
and
that.
then
And then he just killed that shit, and they're like, "Oh, let's go, Garrett, let's go." And then that was on Sports Center where we're like, "Dude, look, it's Tehachapi's on the map. Tehachapi's on the map." We were going crazy, dude.
And it took a retard to get on the map.
Yeah.
It's fucked
They're
up.
all, it's a village full of them.
Yeah. These
Yeah.
poor fuckers that live around these people.
That guy looks like everyone else in Tehachapi, pretty much. He looked fly though.
hey, let's talk about the comedy, Mike, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I have one thought that I wanted to bring up earlier. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be cool about those video games. You know how it's going into the future and it's gonna be crazy. You know, paying per hour. You know, what would be cool though, is that if the second you got tired playing a video game, you could just swipe up and then the next video game was there, kind of like TikTok.
That sounds like a nightmare. Dude.
Yeah, that sounds like my eyes hurt and my head's starting to hurt.
Nah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be meant for you though. It'd be for the future generations
For
that are all
real, dude.
fucked up.
Yeah. Like, have you seen that video of that kid who's playing Fortnite and then he's swiping through reels at the same time and he keeps going like that?
Did you see that fucking baby crying and then his mom gives him the phone and then he like knows where to swipe to open up the YouTube
What
app
the fuck?
and he scrolls through until he sees bright colors and it clicks on the recommended video and he just like
You guys
stops
see
crying
the
immediately.
video of that little kid smoking the weed pen on the subway
Oh,
in
dude,
New
that
York.
was so funny. I don't think that was New York though.
Dog, it had to be.
No, I don't think that was New York.
Dude,
Dude,
wherever the
you
fuck it
sent me
was.
the funniest video
New
today, Marcos.
York.
The walk-in is the big refrigerator that's in a restaurant, and
For the viewers.
I've been
for the viewers.
Thank
It's
you
for
guys.
the viewers, dude. Yeah.
and he sent me a video today of a guy just walking into a walk-in and
Wait,
putting
what's that?
It's in a restaurant they need a really big fridge. to
Hey,
store
hey,
food.
do you guys have a walk-in freezer?
No, just fridge.
We have 2 walk-in
Good call.
fridges though.
Do you guys have an axe in there?
No.
I think in walk-in freezers you're required to have like a pry bar or an axe.
Well, we don't have a walk-in freezer.
Well, I'm just saying it's
Fun
kind of
fact,
cool.
fun
Fun
fact.
fact.
That
fun
is a
fact.
cool fun fact,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So the video, the
Yeah,
guy
he sent
walks
me a video,
into
and the manager just walks in and puts his shoulder on this random guy in the walk room. You send it to me, and he puts his hand on the shoulder of the guy, and he goes, "I'm gonna have to ask you to clock out like a teacher." And he turns around, and he just a huge thing of smoke from smoking weed. And he goes, his high ass goes, "Like right now? Yeah, I'm gonna have to have you clock out right now." And he goes, "Oh shit."
I did see that.
I
It was
feel like
fucking
at
funny.
our job, dude, like no one's down to do stupid shit like that.
Dude, I
which
told-
annoys me a little bit.
Dude, I told you about that. I told you about that fool with Zins at my work. That was like, I was
Yeah,
like,
but we also think he might be mentally retarded.
So he's strong, is what you're
Wait,
saying.
you work with him or?
ADA compliant.
nah,
he
nah,
looks
he's
like
cool.
you, Anthony, on the low.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you look like that retarded guy we know.
Oh man.
Dude, there's this old lady. There's this old lady at my work today.
She like this?
She's a nice. I'll only say her first
Closer.
name.
Yo, is that the doorbell?
I invited some boys over.
We're gonna run a train.
Was that the doorbell or was that?
A figment of my imagination.
I ordered pizza for you guys.
Dude, it's my landlord. All right, let me go deal
Saw
with
you
this.
guys.
Go ahead,
smoking
keep
weed.
going.
You guys are doing way too chill in there. I need you guys to tone it down a little bit.
There's this old lady, and she's like super innocent old lady, and she's never like. She seems like the lady that's like huge with God and would never say anything bad. And I riff all the time, and she just laughs at everything I have to say, and I keep going. And she came up to the counter, and she was like, "Can you hurry up and get me those salads?" And I'm like, "Don't." And then she goes, "I'm sorry." And I go, "Don't apologize, just be aggressive." And she goes, "Yeah, what if I was like, get those fucking salads?" And I was like, "Whoa." I'm like, "Relax."
That was kind of like when a heckler goes on stage at the beginning of your set. Like everyone's focused on that. No one listens to that whole fucking story, bro.
I know, dude.
No, I was
It's like
listening
so-
to it.
No, I was so scared about if it was the landlord or not.
On the low for a second. I was like, dude, thank God it was just the 2 gay roommates I had.
That's the other gay one?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't never met that fool.
I'm sure it was a good story.
No, it was hot. Yeah.
Glad
No,
I
it was good, dude.
missed
But I was just low key paranoid because he's already told me before, don't roll joint. That's why I'm always asking. That's why I was super paranoid about it.
Oh, dude, I
was
would
a
have been
little paranoid,
super.
too.
If it was the landlord, I would have been super fucked.
She's
You'd
like,
have been
He's
all right.
like, hey,
no,
can I
because
move
like
in
it
with you?
smells like weed in here too.
It's all right, dude.
I know
Does it?
Fuck, nah, dude. It don't.
a little bit, but
What if
not
your
like-
landlord comes in
Just
and
tell her
just-
mind her business.
What if your landlord comes in and is like, do you have a 6 mic?
What landlord's
my
gonna come
God.
and
Do we
like
do
this
the
is
rest
She's
of the
right
podcast
here.
with
She
her?
just starts
Yeah.
looking at all the stains and shit.
She said she saw cross applesauce. She just talked shit on your apartment the entire time. Yeah, this is the worst one I've sold. It was shit before I sold it to him.
doing crowd work.
Yeah,
in
someone
here.
killed themselves in here.
she leads us in a prayer, and it's amazing. We all have a different life after.
We all delete our Instagrams
Yeah.
and start a new life. We
Give up comedy
Guys, you
immediately.
don't
We
need to
become
be doing
monks in
this.
Mexico.
And we're way happier.
She hooks us up with a
We
nice
just
gay
talk
dog.
all
again.
the time.
You're gay again?
Imagine.
Fixes you.
Anyway, local scene.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
yeah. So comedy, dude.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah, you guys heard about this? You guys talk about this
It's interesting. I did research on it the other day.
on comedy?
What?
Yeah.
Googled it.
No, I TikToked it, but like I searched it in the search bar and just kind of scrolled.
Dude,
through,
my
kinda
favorite
deleted
thing
it.
is recently a comic came up, or a comic, someone who comes out to the open mics came up to me and was all, I don't know if one of you guys were there, but they came up to me like, hey, one of my students came up and they did a whole speech about nursery rhymes back then. They were actually really dark. And I go, oh, like I've seen these TikToks. She goes, no, she like did the research and found it. I go, she probably found it on TikTok. Like I just try to convince her. I was like, no, like these like people find this shit on TikTok all the time, and they just fucking
Oh,
go
yeah.
repeat it in class. I guess.
Or they chat GBT'd it.
Yeah.
Do you see that video of Matt Rife in that one interview?
What was it?
He goes, I just think I got all these haters. I got all these haters, and I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why and he's he's doing a podcast with 2 girls. He goes, why, and then I realize they hate me because they're fucking jealous. Because I have all this success, and they hate me because I'm super, super good, and they're just jealous. And then the other lady goes, so do you think people were jealous of Assad and Bin Laden? And then he just goes quiet. And he's like, okay. KO.
Of Osama bin Laden.
That's a crazy curveball, though.
That is a crazy
That guy's
curveball.
whack as
That's
hell.
a,
but
that's a red hair. What the fuck does that have to do with the subject? That's a
Well, 'cause
fallacy.
People hate Osama bin Laden.
But it's not because they're jealous of him.
People hate Matt Rife.
Mm.
So if A equals B, then Matt Rife is
Dude,
Osama
let
bin
the
Laden.
guy
actually bad.
die and rest in peace. Why are you bringing up old shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Can you believe? Can you
Let
believe?
bygones be bygones.
for real? I mean,
Why
like,
do
let the
we
guy
gotta bag
sleep
on the
in the
guy?
ocean in a sea container that he's in. You know?
Can
Like,
you believe we got rid of Osama's body the same way we got rid of Megatron?
That's crazy.
Like how nuts is that? And like they did that scene in like 2007, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna dump Osama bin Laden's body in the
Because
ocean."
movies predict the future.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
Art
Yeah.
imitates life.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Life
It's like
imitates art.
Megatron and Osama bin Laden are buried in sea.
The closeout music too. Dun, dun, dun. We tried so hard. But it's just Assad bin Laden being lowered.
Hey,
Linkin Park song.
yeah.
Osama just gets down there and rests, and then he transforms into a Boeing 777. We missed the Pentagon. I do think it's crazy, though, that we fucking got the most wanted guy in the world, and then we're like, don't show anybody, just dump him.
Yeah, just put him in the ocean.
Yeah,
Totally
right.
Not true.
Yeah, right.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
imagine, dude, they
It
fucking.
was all it was. Look, they knew that the submarine had blown up, and they kept the story going.
Because they had some fire shit in the background
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what submarine?
It's all.
The submarine that blew up underwater.
that
Yeah,
every
that-
comment
that
was talking
closed
about
in.
for like a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
the
The
Self-made-
rich guys that were on
yeah.
the trip. Yeah.
That they knew that they had died, and there was no way of rescuing them, but they still kept the facade up that they could still be alive.
Oh, because they needed, because there was, okay, they probably did that because there's a scientific 0.0001% chance.
No, because
No.
the government was doing shady shit and they
Yeah.
didn't want the news to talk
Oh,
about
were
that.
we? What were we
Yes.
doing?
I'm glad
We
you
don't
said
know
that.
Well-
because they were covering that for 7 days. That's why. Because they had a fucking tick timer and they're like, this much time until they run out of breath. Meanwhile, who knows what the fuck they're doing, dude? It's all a lie.
Fun fact.
I think everything.
Life hack. You want to get away with something, just make someone go down in a submarine.
There was probably an axe in the submarine, just in case they needed to get out.
In case it got really cold.
I don't even think they really used the PlayStation remote.
I thought it
For
said
real.
in case they got to chop a tree or something.
In case a big fish comes by.
Starts a
scare 'em.
fire.
Did you see the inside of the
Right.
submarine though? It was like this thing was made out of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lunchbox. Like this thing is so
It
ran
looked like a
down.
dude's apartment, like
a studio
Like he
apartment
like
in New
just
York.
moved in.
like a
Yeah.
studio apartment. I got my essentials. I got my Xbox control. I got a bed and a piss bucket.
Hey, we're in that submarine. There's 5 people in that submarine. We're in that submarine.
Right,
all right.
right,
We're
right.
like, hold on, we're going low. We can't go higher.
I just farted.
What is the last? What is the last riff we do in that submarine before it collapses?
Nathaniel, did you just fucking eat the last peanut?
No, I would be like, hey, what does button do? Take all the oxygen out.
No, this is the black voice I've been meaning to use, and we all just 5 go super hot on it.
It's fire.
We're all so good at it. That'd be a sweet moment, I think.
Do you guys feel like we would like it would just be getting because it'd be dark in there? So like, what
For sure.
like would we'd be huddled up? Would we be
I'd get naked,
cold?
dude. I'd get
That'd be
naked.
funny.
I'd get naked so every time someone touched my dick, I was like, yo, Anthony's dick is so small.
Yo, will we just start being gay, dude? It's like, what's the matter, right?
Was it Matt?
Yeah, what does it matter? We're all
Yeah,
dying
well,
anyway.
Like, we know we're gonna
Julian's,
die.
Julian's like, this is how they did it in jail, right, guys? Come on.
Out of all of us,
Julian's laying there, he goes, it's cool to fuck me in the ass, guys. It's fine.
out of all of us that could be gays, just Julian naked. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
I mean, fuck it,
Tickling
right?
us, like,
we're
come
already
on,
there.
He's
Yeah.
like, we're going to die. Let's
He's
just
like,
get
the
one
Spaniards
on."
did it. Why don't you?
I
Point
think you
it
guys
around.
would- I
The
think you-
Romans did
Hey,
it.
let me show you what my girlfriend was talking about these whole time. I'll show you some real shit. I'll make you
this
come
shit-
in a second, dog.
All the- it's
Imagine you just
Julian-
realize your whole life is a lie and you just like dick in your ass.
You die
Okay,
knowing.
Yeah,
For
die
real.
knowing. Yeah, that's the last
You
thought in your
come
head.
and then you just become a puddle of blood.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
next thing you're
yeah.
like, "Ah."
That's the only thing the officials tell their parents. Just so you know,
They were
He
fucking
was a
your,
faggot.
your son died gay as hell.
Just so you know, we found lots of cum in your son's eye.
What they didn't know is on that PS4 remote, also controlling it, they were also streaming. just us just in the submarine before just right as you come. Oh. we just go all get crushed.
They're at the office back. They're like, so what are you seeing? What are you guys seeing? And it's just like, it's transmitting. It's just dude's butt fucking.
I'm seeing my boy's fine ass behind. Now get out my ear, bitch. Tears off the microphone. Just,
It's the president of the United States.
honey,
You
we're
guys- are you guys okay down there? We're sending help. Stop sending the
Yeah.
help.
don't bring no cameras around here.
Bottom of the ocean, we go, look, you saw Osama bin Laden. Forget that shit, dog. We
Choke me
fucking
harder.
right now.
Hey, invite him to the party.
There's just a knock at the fucking hatch door.
Marcus
Some.
goes, let him in, let him
Oh,
in.
man, we need fresh meat.
Opens the door. Just water.
We're all exhausted, but Marcos is still torqued. Let him in.
Fucking, I got one more in me.
Get him in here.
I was wondering why you packed all these blue chews.
It'd be like fucking that alien from Men in Black 2, those little skinny ones.
And we're all
waka.
in that submarine. We're all responsible to pack like essentials to keep going. You open my bag, it's just fucking Viagra and cocaine.
What? I had no idea what was going to happen.
I don't know.
Weird,
Maybe.
dude.
This was supposed to be a day trip.
Maybe we want to have a good time.
Osama bin Laden comes in and just nails the riff. Oh, you guys gay as hell right now.
Someone bin Laden comes in. He says, "I already took 2 poppers."
He's like, I just got to
Yeah.
take a piss. I'll be out in 5 seconds.
He's like, we stone you in my country.
This is
Okay,
hello.
all right.
He's all, "You guys fucking ass. I love it."
Very good. He's just
Very
Borat. Just straight up Borat.
He's like, this is halal a lot of cum.
He's a hot dog bar. I don't know if I can take all that.
Put your
But I'll try. I'll try.
Put your Alabak balls in my mouth one more time, homie.
He looks at Julian. He goes, "Same,
Yeah.
same."
Oh, brother.
brother.
He just he's gonna go. He's gonna bring.
I could speak it the whole time. This whole time I've been lying. I'm actually Indian.
Guys, he says he wants to fuck. Tell him we're down too.
Oh look, he's trading us spices for dick. All right.
I have coriander and
Weapons of mass destruction.
it's in a McCormick can. Like, bro, that's $4. What are you talking about?
Is that uranium? Cool.
He's going like this. He goes, "Do you guys zin?"
Some guy on a fishing boat fucking 2 years ago got him on it. It just floated down.
Yeah, he dropped his zins fishing,
Yeah.
and then
Fuck!
something on the bottom of the ocean. Oh my god!
There's a fucking guy scuba diving and sees the whole thing. He goes back up. You guys are nuts. He comes up. He goes, "Dude, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Get in the boat, dude.
Get back in."
So you saying
You
you saw
fucking
5
weirdo.
guys in the submarine that's
With
missing?
With
Osama bin
Osama.
Laden.
And they were they let him in.
Oh, he knocked on the door.
And they riffed for 7 minutes.
They just
That's
put
what the government wants you to know, bud.
What kind of liberal media are you spitting right now, bro?
You must be
Alex
watching.
Jones get to you,
You
dude.
fucking watching the Clinton News Network again, faggot.
You gotta get off the TikTok, man.
It's fucking rotting your brain, bro.
That's what happens when you watch too many podcasts, kid.
They just go like this to themselves.
They look at him and go, "Just dump his body."
5 weeks later, those guys are going down in the submarine. We might butt fuck right now.
Oh, remember what Travis said? Fucking moron.
Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if we all just started butt fucking like how that guy was talking about?
That was weird. What the fuck is that?
What?
No, that's what they would say in their own. They're just going down in the. Yeah, never mind.
You just start seeing a whole bunch of sailboats going in a direction that people are like, "Where are you going?" They're like, "Oh, the gym."
Go down. There's a whole
that's
city
the
of
new-
submarines just butt fucking down there.
That's the new
like
thing.
34 of them. And they're all rocking up and down in the
Just because
ocean.
of the submarines fucking too. It's just like clink, clink,
And then
clink.
there's the one guy who brings a submarine down and it's like all pride flagged out, and then we all get pissed. Like, "Hey, fucking stop! You're gonna blow our cover. The fuck's wrong with you?"
They start taking tours past us.
Yeah.
The only reason why they went so low is because somebody accidentally hit their ass on the fucking lever while they were fucking and it went down.
Someone thought the lever was a dick, so they sat on it.
Fuck.
Yeah, have you guys ridden this this joystick before? Just
Nathaniel, get off that!
And that's how they made the AIDS monkey.
yes.
That was civilization before COVID.
Damn.
But this comedy scene, right?
Have you heard about this?
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
man.
it.
I mean, I don't know, dude. We should end on that. If you can riff for 10 minutes, then
Yeah, buddy, that was 48
Maybe
seconds.
if you could riff like that, then you could get past at the World Comedy Club.
Ooh, apparently not.
Yeah, that ain't true.
Ain't none of us passed.
You don't think you guys are passed?
No, we didn't pass, dog.
ain't passed.
He passed. Anthony passed.
You passed? What does that mean? You guys didn't go past the first round? For real?
We gotta try again
What?
And again,
and again.
And
Wait, so
again.
you guys aren't even going to audition next week?
We have to keep going until we're 10-year comics.
It'll be the next round of auditions. It's not like right?
Yeah. Next round is a completely different set of people.
What?
Quarterly.
Yeah.
What?
Quarterly.
Are you being for real?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta like schedule. You have to schedule an audition, and then you're scheduling a doctor's
you
appointment.
gotta
Oh,
get
yeah.
you actually
Yeah.
gotta get a physical.
You got to get the mobile app and shit like that and like fucking like
Check
sign into
in.
triage and shit.
Yeah.
QR code.
yeah, I hope you have a PPO, bitch.
PPO?
Daniel, just like your technique, he has the QR card as his iPhone background. It's this one right here. If you want to audition, go ahead and scan it.
You gotta pay $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta pay $5 to audition.
Copay.
Not even that. It's like it's $5, but then you go to like check out, and there's like a $15 fee attached to it.
Yeah, convenience fee.
Yeah.
You gotta buy one drink and bring 3 friends. just to audition.
Was it weird doing like material?
It's
Like
fucking stupid.
I didn't.
I hate
you
it.
didn't?
No, did you?
Oh, Nathaniel, you did one joke and that was it.
Yeah, I did one joke that I knew, and I thought it would win the crowd back, and it ended up being my worst joke of the set.
He said, and then nobody said what.
Dude, I dedicated. I went like this. This is the first time I did it. I went. That was the AIDS monkey fucking me, and I was
Yeah.
like.
Just to silence?
Dude, in the very beginning of my
That's
set,
rough.
I said I wanted to do clean material, but I did see a monkey on YouTube Reels come in its own mouth, and somebody in the crowd goes, "Not funny."
Really?
Yes, and then I just kept going. I was
Ooh,
like,
who
bad.
said that?
Just some bitch
no,
in American
just,
flag.
Yeah, just some.
Oh, they were
weird
pretty
old lady.
hostile.
Oh yeah, that.
They were
That
upset.
table
or
was
something.
great.
They went to a show one time and that bitch is so loud. She's a widow and she's annoying as fuck.
Now we see
But not the
why.
American flag chick, but her friend was just like, "Not funny."
Is it Bobby Wasabi's table?
No. The
Dude, I wonder
American-
how Wasabi did that night. Were you there for that?
Yeah, I was there. He
Oh,
just
was
talked. He ran the light, and then they played him off with music.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course.
He went. Oh man.
Oh yeah,
that's
he
sad.
just talked, and I didn't even know. He just talked. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Bobby Wasabi, Julian,
I
was
really
the
don't
guy
know.
I know. Yeah,
I
I
did the Fox Tap Theater with.
I wish I was there to watch his set at the club because right before
Me
that,
too.
I told David, I was like, dude, Bobby Wasabi's here, and then he showed up and he went to go say what's up to Dan. I don't know if they know each other, but he went to Dan. He goes, "How much time do we get to do?" He goes, Dan goes, 5 minutes. It's 5 for everybody. And Bobby goes, "Oh, I've done like 20 before."
He was telling that to all the comics before the mic
Yeah,
started.
he's
He
like,
was
"I've done
like,
like 20 minutes."
my first set I did 25 minutes.
Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine
And
they
Dan
go
was like,
to-
"Congrats, you're doing 5."
And
here."
by the way, me and David
Fire.
were there. He did not do 25 minutes.
what do you do, like 13?
Maybe 18 or something like that. And it was just bombshell the entire
He
time.
was just
Imagine they
talking
go up
about-
and call
yeah.
names and they go, and Bobby Wasabi will be auditioning tonight.
Oh my! He murders.
Yeah.
Third time
Kills.
on stage.
Yeah.
Obliterates.
He live streams it, brings everybody,
Yeah.
murders.
His friends just recorded his set the entire time and then participated in his bits. It was funny.
Does all the things
Damn.
you're supposed to not do, like heckle during everyone else's performances. He's killing on all the heckles.
That was crazy.
LOL Steve went on right after me.
Who?
That purple haired dude that goes to the
Oh.
club sometimes.
Older cat?
Into Tumblr, yeah. So I get off. I do all right. I do mid as fuck, and then LOL Steve goes on stage. He's like, "So I fucked a pigeon and I came in its ass," and then everyone just dies laughing. Dude. He just kills so
fuck?
hard. He kills so hard, and I'm like, "All right."
Dude, he probably went to like he probably sat in the car. He goes, "I should audition. I should audition."
Dude, I remember one day I was like, you know what, tonight I'm just gonna do my hot shit, and I just went up there and ate shit, and then Heather Sylvia went up after, and I was like, I was shaving my pussy the other day, and just the whole crowd going crazy, she
Yeah.
murdering right after I
Yeah.
ate shit on stage, and I'm like, oh, damn it, it's a defeating feeling for sure.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I low key respected how you went and auditioned.
Really?
You said, "I'm gonna do this new joke I just thought of on the way here."
That was so.
That was so funny. And then you started like fucking around.
I looked at the phone.
Yeah, you started doing that, and I was like, "That's funny."
That's what you were there, right, Julian?
I left after
He
his, I
peaced
think.
out after my shit.
Yeah.
I opened with give it up for everyone audition. This is a big deal, like that we're auditioning and shit. Anyways, with that being said, I'm just gonna try some new shit I read on the right here.
That's
And then
funny.
I heard Andrew and Hacker laugh, and then I looked back to see if anyone else is laughing, and then I just see Eddie, Chris, and Daniel just.
Oh, I would have laughed so hard.
That's gonna cost you.
That to me was like it was so funny that Nathaniel
Minus
did
2
that.
points.
They're like, "Strike one, buddy."
Finger wag.
Yeah. They're on strike 1. It's like strike 3. I take my dick out.
They're like, "Not funny."
Yeah, they were the one who said not funny. Turns out it was the owner of the club auditioning me. Not funny. Next joke. Talk about your wife.
Yeah. That.
Then you'll be funny.
Tell everybody how much you hate your wife.
Hey, tell us a funny kid
Primed up,
story.
dude.
So this whole comedy thing, I just.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I saw
wild.
your first bit you did was the riff,
Yeah, off of your shit.
and like that was like is like it was organic, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, okay, it's open mic, haha. And then like he did like polished, you did like polished
Dude,
material.
and it's like the worst thing you could do after like an open mic. It's like,
Yeah, doing polished shit at an open mic, and
That
everyone's
sucks.
already.
I think you
heard
just
your
gotta
shit.
sling it though.
you
dude.
have to, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
you're doing it in front of all these comics who've seen you do this shit like 15 fucking times.
But
Yeah.
fuck it, you're doing it like you're trying to get on a fucking sitcom or something. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
you gotta like sling
But
it.
there's the thing too, is like I did the whatever I did, and then
But what does that show?
what show?
Being able to do that in like a room where like nobody wants you to do that. Like what does that show?
That's true.
Professionalism.
That's true.
Is
It's
that- yeah.
professional shit.
Socialism.
I think it's professionalism, and it's more like, can you do this job if you're put on this big stage, and do you have the type material
It's
to do it?
so much easier to fucking kill in a big audience than it is in an open mic.
Oh, absolutely.
That's I think our argument is. So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird
I
because
mean, if you're good,
I mean, 1,000 people have said
Yeah.
it. Most people.
if you're good,
Which
but-
you guys
but-
are.
I know, but
Yeah.
think about it. There's a lot of people who think they could do that, and they may freeze. You know, and I think that's the point. You know,
because there's some people that like one comic did the Friday the 13th show for his first show ever, and they're like kind of weird now. Like I don't know, like
Big head shit or
like almost like big head shit because you killed doing 5 minutes.
Yeah.
wow.
But that's your only 5 minutes you got.
Ever
Like
done.
you don't have anything else.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a decent 5 minutes, and you did good on that show. So it's like weird that they almost think they're like at a level or some shit.
Mm.
But
It's
yeah.
like nah, you just did 5 minutes on the show, dog.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
already at this level right
Yeah,
now.
because the show, they're like ready. They're waiting. They're like, yeah, dude. Like, and you come out with some shit. They're like, yeah, we're paying
Yeah.
attention. We paid money. We're paying attention to you.
Hey, like those fools
And like
who
open mic,
open
it's
for,
like, yo, they don't even know what the fuck it is.
It's
you
called
know?
the Opera House effect.
Oh, really?
If you spend money on something, you're more willing to enjoy it because you feel like you need to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
What
you're
were you
more
gonna say?
attentive to it.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those fools who open for a vodka. Do you remember 'em? There's these like short Mexican guys who
Oh,
had
yeah,
only
yeah.
gone to 6, 5, 8 mics or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
Oscar.
And I was in the room getting their minutes in their songs because I was the sound guy that night.
Yeah.
And then Renee looked at them and it was like, so can you do 5 minutes? And he goes, oh, I can do 10. And I'm like, dude, he's done 8 open mics. You know what I mean? I'm like, that is such
Yeah.
a stretch. 10 minutes on your show? I'm like, that's crazy. They both went up, did a decent job, and they were like taking pictures with people. You want to take pictures with me? Like after the show? And I'm like, oh my fucking God. This
that-
is your first show.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, that whole booking was strategic.
And then when you know what happened to those guys? They haven't been back since.
No, not at all.
Not
But
at
that
all.
whole thing was strategic.
Because they got what they wanted.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
It was
Wow.
strategic because
5 minutes of
Renee had that show, and it was extremely last minute. So he had like 3 days to get the show on sale and sell it out. So what he did is he took some guys who had a TikTok following, and bring them on,
Threw him on the
and then
show.
boom,
I see
sold
that.
your show out.
And then you got to think these guys make 4 TikToks a day.
Yeah, and they'll
So-
post one of them saying something. About
Well,
your
no,
show.
they have 4 TikToks a day, so that's 4 TikToks worth of content that are
Yeah.
funny to people, right? So they have things that are funny. So they like do their TikToks on stage.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh, I'm like a dad, and man, when my son does," and it laughs because it's kind of polished in a sense because it's content. You know, they've seen what worked and seen what didn't. So it's like I could just get that. I have 500 TikToks. Let me do 10 of them on stage, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put it in joke form.
But
See
I
that.
also saw one of those guys do that shit at an open mic where they did that. I was
Oh,
like, let
yeah.
me do that, and it went so bad.
Well, that's the difference.
You
though.
told me
He
about
goes, the weatherman. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
you told me about Stevie Emerson's
That's
set.
the difference, though, right? The opera house.
Stevie Emerson.
Stevie Emerson was that super famous
different.
Instagrammer that has like skits that would get like
Yeah,
millions
I
of views.
forgot about him. Yeah.
Then you said you went and watched him, and he was like, "Why aren't you guys laughing? I got
that was,
blah, blah, blah."
me and Anthony saw him.
Yeah,
And he was like, well, this kills at the improv.
Oh, is
His
that
killers,
that guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
fuck
a
that
huge
bitch.
TikTok guy.
he
yeah,
had like
annoying
3
as fuck.
million followers on Instagram, but he was
Yeah.
like, "This killed in the other room. I don't know what's wrong with you guys." Blah
Yeah,
blah.
and
blah.
we're like,
No,
at,
he looked at me direct. He's like, "Why aren't you laughing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
we're at Fourth Wall at a fucking open mic. Or like,
"What do you say to that, dude?"
At
Like,
a fourth wall mic.
yeah, at a Fourth Wall mic, he goes, "Why aren't you laughing?"
He's like,
I
"Well,
was
you
like,
don't think this is funny?"
Whoa.
Not at all.
That's
dog.
almost like
Yeah.
me tonight. I went and just did my shit. Everyone's heard, and I wasn't like in the middle of it. Like, okay, why didn't you guys laugh at that?
But
like,
those are two different.
Yeah,
those are
you
two
didn't-
different kinds
you
of
didn't-
comedians.
You didn't do what one
Comedians.
comic did tonight, where they were all, "Oh, everybody bombed." I was like, "Bitch, you're bombing." Like,
Yeah, that
don't-
was the host. You kept going up there and he went.
No, Hackert knew what was up. He was
Yeah,
like,
dropped his
it's
name.
Fucking... No, I talked to him outside.
I think he knows.
What happened? What did he do?
Well, one just after everyone said, "Well, it's gonna be one of those nights, huh?"
That's a
Just throwing
terrible
it
way to
off.
kill the energy.
Yeah.
Well, he-
after I went up,
yeah.
after he went up, he's very tall, he's very funny, and then when I got off stage, okay, maybe that tall part was true, but not the funny part.
That was funny.
And then it got like a chuckle, and he's like, "It's between me and the comics. The comics get it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Everyone gets it."
Yeah.
We see.
Yeah, we.
I talked to him. He goes, "Yeah, I haven't hosted in a minute. Like an open mic." He's like, "I haven't hosted an open mic in a long time."
Yeah.
He didn't do bad. He
He didn't do terrible,
He
but
did a great job.
But I told him, I was like, "Damn, dude, starting off." I was like, "What was up?" He goes, "I fucking blanked. I forgot."
They
And then,
needed 3 minutes of material, and that's what I went up to. I'm like, all right.
yeah, that's what I was like, "Damn."
Mm.
But it is what it is.
No, that's why you don't. I mean, this is just what open mics
Yeah.
are. That's
I
why
told
was
I
like,
told him, I was like, "You did what I do every Tuesday."
yeah, and then I did what you do every Tuesday on Sunday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what, like, when people are like, "Why aren't you like putting a little into it?" It's like, because when I do, it doesn't go well.
Mm.
So it's like, let's just, hey, I'm just here to be the announcer pretty much.
Yeah.
So let me just hurry up and get these people through.
But but part of me like, because I like and I dislike how Dan hosts sometimes, because Dan can get a room going and have him laughing and be a great host. But if he starts feeling like he's bombing, he'll do the same thing, and he's just like, oh,
Oh,
fuck, you know. It's
Dude,
just
one
like,
time
He
pulled
doesn't
out this.
push it forward. Like,
yeah,
hurry up and
that's
get
how
it out
I
the
try.
way.
I'm just like, let's just keep it going, and then a riff
Yeah.
will come when it comes. Just keep it going.
He one time he pulled this out of his back pocket. He was bombing on stage and he looked at the comedians and he goes, "So this is what you guys feel like?" I was like, "Wow." Like that is such a deep dig, dude. Well, this is what you guys do every day. Me and David were talking about though is all the judges. I think it's funny that there's 5 of them because that's like you know that in Star Wars where they're doing they have Jar Jar Binks and he's in front of the judge council
Yeah.
underwater and
Yeah.
there's 5 of them sitting in those big tall chairs.
That's such a deep cut.
Yeah.
Like that's such like a very
But that's like-
specific thing.
or like the small brain, the big brained guys in Green
Yeah.
Lantern or something like that,
There's
or
always
regular
5 of
show.
them.
And there's always 5 of them, and they come in with those big long coats, dude. Seeing all the judges go in the back when you're on stage, and you just see 5 dark heads in the dark in the back,
Yeah.
and you just imagine them with cloaks
And
and
then you
hoodies.
see Yoda, and the fifth one.
Yeah, there's a few spirits back there. Few
Bomb
spirits
he
that show-
does.
It's Greg G. Williams.
Eat shit, he will.
Pass he will not. Okay, he was pretty good.
Every time I was in the back, I just imagined gothic music just in the back.
It's really not an environment to be funny. It feels so competitive and so like there's a demon chant going on. It just felt like there's a spell in the room.
Oh, dude!
like-
But the thing too is, like, as soon as the names were announced, you felt the mood in the room.
You saw people
change.
get up and
Who got up and left?
so some people went out to
Who got up and left?
because he started talking and I'd already known
Yeah.
I'd already known that I wasn't gonna get an audition, so I'm
Complete
like, okay,
bullshit.
which is fine, it's whatever, you know what I
Complete
mean.
bullshit. I'll call it that.
I'm not worried about it, dude. It's whatever, dude. It's whatever. I cried, but it's not.
I'll say it. Complete bullshit.
It's
Anywho.
whatever. It's whatever, dude. I don't want to get into it, but whatever. It's
I'll get into it.
But so I go outside, I'm like, whatever. Like I'm like, I kind of I'm not gonna like have like an emotional reaction. I'm gonna go out. I go, it's vape time. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel better
No
now.
air. No air
Yeah.
coming through the lungs.
Yeah. Hyperventilate vape.
yeah.
Yeah. So I go outside and one of the other comics that didn't get audition comes up and he's all like, and then all people are coming out smoking. They're like, but they're angry smoking. They're like, you know, and they go and I
Like
see
that was the last cigarette in the car
Yeah.
for all of them.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
just out there pissed.
Yeah. And then he turns to me, he goes, you ready to kill him harder than any of these guys auditioning? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, obviously I'm going to, but I'm not thinking of it like in the way you're thinking of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, for some people, it's like, I got to do this to do that. But for me, it's like putting my pants on. You know what I mean? You just do it.
Say who it is and blur the name out.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
What? That's crazy.
Shut the fuck up.
You ready to kill harder we've ever killed in our
Yeah,
lives?
and then I saw two of the other comics that came. They went to their car, and you could see them like like talk to each other, like boo 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 boo, like coming in. And I'm like, damn. I go, like, people really up in arms. They thought that they like
They deserved it.
yeah, like, and it's just, I mean, it is what it is. Like, and then some of the people that were like, why did you think that? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
there's
like, why did you think you were?
yeah, like, why did you think that? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, out of a lot of the people, I've had a lot of stage time in a lot of different places. You know, I mean, yeah, they were certain kinds of shows, they were bringer shows, but like I did well on all those stages. So I think it was kind of crazy that I didn't get spotted. I get where they're coming from. It was mentioned. It's like, oh, where have you been the past year? La la la. You're rusty. This and that. It's not true, but they don't know that. They're not fucking at our shows and shit like that. They don't see that I'm working on material at our shows and shit. But it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. If I don't get past because I didn't even talk. And it's like, it's not gonna stop me. Like if Sam Tripoli comes to town, I'm probably still going to host for Sam Tripoli. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm not really that.
That's just how bread comes out of the oven for you.
I'm just not that worried about it. You know what I mean?
I try to do a gangster term.
You know what I mean? I'm just not that worried about it. It will happen when it happens, and it is what it is.
I think that's exactly how you should be. And I think anyone that is upset, anyone that feels a certain way, should
Do a lot of self-analyzing.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I would just say that look at all the first 5 as complete guinea pigs, and be grateful that you don't have to go through what we're going through, because they're gonna fix a lot of what we're going through by the time you get to do it. And it's not pretty and great. Like it's a bitch. Like
Yeah, do you know what Dan said when he said that I would be auditioning?
what?
I know a lot of you are gonna be mad about this.
Yeah, he did like a really like big monologue at the front, and it made it way worse.
It was
Right.
so
It
bad.
made it like tense immediately.
Yeah,
And he was like, a lot of you are gonna be mad about this, but we're just gonna do it. Also, the Baby Boy comedy, Nathaniel Webb will be auditioning today, and I'm like, Jesus, let's be a little happier about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
I thought they were gonna go about it.
And they
in all honesty,
go ahead.
I thought I was gonna go about it. They were gonna go about it a completely different way.
Yeah.
I thought they were just gonna put the list out, and then next to your name was gonna say audition or no or regular
or just
whatever.
private, be like, hey, you're auditioning.
Yeah, that's
Like-
what I thought was gonna happen. Versus they did not do that. They went up and made it a thing.
Announced it.
And then
like
it
it
Where
was
I was like,
America's Got
I was like,
Talent.
great. Now we got people who are pissed.
And then they were up in arms to the point to where like people were going in the green room meeting with the tribunal.
Oh my god, I saw that, and then you were like, look, they're crying.
Yeah.
that was so funny.
Having the
And they were all
kangaroo
like-
court
like
in there.
that-
and
no,
shit.
but
Yeah. I
Oh,
saw
dude,
it.
it was so fucking dumb. I was like, why are you in there? Like, they already went out and made their decisions. Like,
It
where
was
do you?
so weird. They were circled around a pentagram, and they were just talking, playing weird board games with fucking snakes
I
on
saw
them.
candle wax on the floor.
There was
back
candle wax on the floor.
There was a stretched out goat.
There was stretched out goat. They were
the
they were
asshole?
praying to Moloch, the
Stephanie.
owl god.
They put a new breaker in their house.
They were wiping the blood of new comics on the wall.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
The youngest ones.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's
The truth will set you free.
Well, that's what I like is like people take this as this is the last time they're ever gonna do auditions. First, like this is the first round of auditions.
I kind of wish it almost feels like, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast, but it almost feels like we were forced to audition because it felt like we were like, nah, we don't want to. And they were like, all right, because of that, you're going to.
Yeah, that's honestly it was
And
like
that's why I'm saying it's just like, you all, that's why it's like, it's just like, I feel like a guinea pig right now. I feel like it's like, all right, you come test this out, and then we'll see if it works.
This
Because
is the idea of
Yeah.
not giving someone something that they want because they feel like they don't deserve it yet. You know, someone's like, "Can I please audition? Can I please audition?" No, you
Yeah.
don't get to.
No one likes neediness.
But why wouldn't you guys want to audition? Don't
I-
you think that it's like
I
y'all
low
should
key
be there?
I'm low key going through something comedically where I'm trying to shed away like my old material and write a whole new 5, a whole new 10, a whole
Me
new
too.
15.
I'm trying to write a new.
That's why what I did tonight was like what I was doing as like a first year comic. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
and
and everyone knows what's coming. I'm like, I can write tags to it, but at this point, I don't want to write more because it's the perfect 5, and it's just like, I don't want to, it's just like this weird feeling right now. It's not
And I was
great.
I was telling Anthony earlier, I was like, I'm in a valley right now. I've been in a valley for probably the last month and a half of comedy. And like I just today last night I had like not an awakening, but like a realization of shit. So I was like, it took me a long time where I'm like, I'm not even confident in just doing stand up to begin with.
Yeah.
And it came at the worst time.
Wow.
That's why it feels like a test so much.
That's why it's like it's too much, like not too much, but it's like it's just the worst timing could happen for me personally.
Yeah.
And then like having to do polished shit where I had the conversation, I was like, I hate all my material right now. I hate
And
it.
all the people that were, I don't know, this is like another bitchiness of it, I don't know, but all the people that were there when I auditioned, it just felt like they were such sourpusses.
That's what it felt like for me too.
I don't know, it just felt like a weird vibe. Like, and if you ever get to audition, I hope you get that feeling too. I hope you know what it's like. It's not a good feeling.
The second and third class are gonna have it way more planned out. Is there gonna be a better path for it?
It's probably going to be a show. There's going to be a budget. There's going to be an ad out. It's going to be a Wednesday.
It's gonna be figured out.
It's going to be like a whole Tuesday thing, and it's going to be in a whole event.
So what you're saying is the first class is the only real class.
No, the first class
kidding.
is the shitty test class.
The ones that fucking fought for that shit. We
Nope.
didn't have it this easy when I was your age, kid.
Pretty much. That's what we're gonna be able to say. It's like we had to go through dog shit.
Marcos, will you explain what it means to be in a valley?
Just like it's hard for me. Like I was telling Anthony, I was like, creatively, I'm blocked. It's not even like having writer's block. It's like someone went in my brain and took everything I found funny or like anything funny out. So I'm just like, I'm done.
Sometimes it's like you're almost lying to yourself, but I know exactly what you're talking about as far as like in your comedy career, you just feel like you'll have super high highs,
Yeah.
and then you just get super low lows.
like
and
when
then,
you're going through the motions.
That's what I'm
but
doing
that
right
low
now.
seems a little bit lower just because you did so good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But really, you were just doing how you do usually when you bomb. But like. I last Wednesday I had a set where I was like, oh my god, this felt fucking incredible. And then Thursday I ate shit, Friday I ate shit, Saturday I did all right, Sunday ate shit, Monday ate shit, Tuesday ate shit, and it's just like these shits feel even worse because
Yeah.
I did so good last.
That's what I was
Wednesday.
gonna say. You're describing. I think what a valley is, in another way, is just for comedians or for us. Just like those, you're just lining up a bunch of sets that aren't going well, and you're like, they're just a bunch of bombs.
No, I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
I
right.
just was like, what does it look like for you, basically?
Yeah, because I'm just
That's
like,
how it looks like for me.
for me, it's like it feels like I'm just like digging, I'm down it and I'm just digging and digging and digging, and I forgot to build a way out. So that's what it feels like. I'm like, I can't figure out a way out until like recently. Like today, I had a better set than I did, I think, for the past month. So that's why I was like, okay, because I figured out like what I was doing was nerfing. I was nerfing myself. I was nerfing myself from what was working for me because I was trying to. I was going through like shit in my relationships where I was very self-conscious on being who I was on stage, and I like to explain it as I was like a dirty dog on stage, and that's kind of like my mentality going in it. And I was trying to pivot away from that, and now it's like I did that and I nerfed myself too much. So I'm like, oh, like I'm bored, I'm tired, I don't want to do this shit.
Do you think it was a pivot?
Chopped your own balls off.
I cut my own balls off. I neutered myself, so now
Right.
I'm like, dude, I can't go back to it. But then like realizing it, I was like, oh, I can.
You can, yeah.
And then a lot of it too was like I was just going through the motions. I'm doing material where I'm like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And like not even that I'm tired of it. I'm not performing it. I'm not putting it out there like I did the first time and shit like that. Now tonight it was like more of I'm a little loose. I'm a little more present, and that was my thing. Is I wasn't being there. I wasn't being present. I didn't give a shit about what was in the room. When completely like how I got looked at as a good comic was because I could be present, riff about what's in the room, talk about what's happening right in the room right now, and that's what got me to almost what I can do now. That what got me to kill on a show in front of hundreds of people, like 100+ people. And now I cut that off, and now I'm just doing shit that I'm like going by a script,
Yep.
and it's boring.
Yeah, that's like how I felt when I got like my first 10. And I did all those the shows with Jimmy Shit. I had the Give a Mouse a Cookie, and I would do the Throat Goat thing, and they both had very lead ups.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept doing it because it was working. And I used to work those at mics. I used to work Give a Mouse a Cookie at every fucking mic, no matter what. And I got it to a point to where it was good. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this is good. That was like my first good joke. And I did it. And as I started writing new material, it wasn't in that same voice. You know what I mean? It was different. Like, I used to talk about it. Because I was like 3 months sober. So the way I was literally coming back into my son's life. So the way I would talk about it was like, fuck this kid. Because it was funny. It was like, I don't want to hang out with you anyway. Ha ha ha. But the truth of the matter is, I love my son. So like I changed it from that. Like I got so tired. I go, I'm not even that guy anymore. I'm not even like that dude that talks like that anymore. And I put those on the wayside. And I just recently brought Throat Goat back, like in a different way to work it a little differently, you know, to like kind of think about it a little differently, not so like brash and like, you know, and just like, look at what I'm saying. And I even worked Give a Mouse a Cookie back to where it's like more gentle. And it's like more like I'm talking to my son a little bit more. And it's like more personal. So it's like I could kind of like leave it on the back burner. I'm like, I'm tired of that shit. Let's bring some new shit in. Let's see what I could work with. I've been liking kind of the way I've been doing bits lately, like with the energy, like kind of just like ramping up to like something because it's like very real and it's very easy to do for me. It's like my natural state, like a rant kind of thing, you know? And it's just like now I'm able to like kind of work different things into. And
Yeah, I get rid of all my material that doesn't feel like it's me anymore.
yeah.
Because when I feel like I'm playing a character and I'm not being myself on stage anymore, I don't like it. And I'm not.
And the audience could tell too.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. The first joke I wrote where I was like, that's me. And it as weird as this joke is, it was the joke where I said, when my friend get high, he tries to pop all of our toes.
Yeah.
And when we get high, we try to kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And when like the first time I said that and it popped, I was like, dude, that's like just silly. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's everything I've been trying to go for in jokes. And I'm like, that joke is so me. It's my exact personality. It's exactly what I am right now. So when I say it, I'm excited to say it and it works. You know what I mean? But the second I try to hash some old material, it just eats shit because I don't think that way anymore. I don't believe that way. I'm not enthusiastic about that joke anymore. And then it loses that
And
spark.
the audience doesn't know it, but they could feel it. It's like old Jen. They could feel that it's a different energy now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they don't know it, but they can feel it. It's like, wait, that doesn't vibe with what he was just saying. That's kind of more. Even the cadences of my old jokes are different.
I would say they do know it. It's just like subconsciously.
Yeah, they subconscious. That's
It's
what I
like
mean. Like they
there's
subconscious.
vibes. There's literally vibes coming
Yeah.
off of you when you're like excited to be saying some shit.
Exactly.
That's why when the worst bombs are the ones where you can tell inside their head they're going, oh, fuck, I'm bombing. Oh, fuck, I'm bombing. Oh, fuck,
yeah.
I'm bombing. But when somebody goes up there and has a good time, but they're eating shit, no one feels awkward.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, he's having a fun time. I'm having a fun time. He's not saying anything funny, and I'm not laughing, but we're all having a fun time here.
Yeah.
But when you see people at like fourth wall and shit, and they're on stage just like, oh my God. Or they admit to the crowd like, oh, that joke usually works. You know what I mean?
It's all, go and see.
Yeah, and then they
It's
can
like,
see,
oh
they
my
can
God.
they can hear the defeat in your voice.
Yeah.
And they start to almost feel bad for you. And then it's just like, and then the vibes just go
And
down
well, then they
immediately.
smell blood, dude.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do I need to respect this guy for? He doesn't even respect himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do I need to listen to this guy for?
A lot of the shit that like helped
Never let him see blood.
learn that shit was I had a conversation with Dan, and he goes, sometimes you're just not into the shit you were into before when you wrote those jokes.
Yeah.
And that like it like clicked light bulb. I was like, you're right, because I it's weird that I go off of my YouTube of like what I'm into, because that's a clear definition of like who everybody is, like what your YouTube
yeah.
thing is. And I was like, oh yeah, before my YouTube was kind of like a lot of comedy shit, some podcast shit, and now like my YouTube's just like NFL old 2000 shit. And it's like, oh, I'm not even into like comedy right now. It's like I'm into just like watching sports. That's all I'm into. So like I'm going through a wave. And then also it's like I haven't watched comedy in I don't know how long. Like I haven't watched comedy at a professional level. So it's like I'm kind of, that's also like, oh, I need to get back into it. Get my like almost like get inspiration back into shit.
I think though it's like in these periods where you're not into comedy, you're not watching it, you're not obsessed with it, like you have waves of, and like you may be going through a valley of like bad set after bad set.
Oh yeah.
The way I've always looked at it is like when I'm inevitably gonna have another peak, and I'm gonna bring some of the shit I have with me out of it.
Yeah,
That's
and
exactly what it is.
You know what I mean?
What's crazy is like I'm in a valley, but I have never written this much, in fucking I think since me and Anthony first started hanging out.
What puts me in those valleys so fast is when I do a series of mics, and I think when I'm on a high is when I'm making new material and it just hits the first time, because I'm like, holy shit, I'm being funny. I can write anything. But the second you start writing material and then first time it just bombs every time, you're like, fuck, I'm not funny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Dude, there's no better to high than obviously having a first time joke kill. But the second you're writing and you're writing and you're writing and no one is liking what you're writing fresh off the brain, it's like, what? I'm like, that just flips your whole mindset.
But I think the ones that work first time are so authentically you.
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure.
what the crowd doesn't want super funny stuff. Yeah, they do, but they want you to be authentic. They want to see. They don't want you to be doing Pee Wee Herman or something. You know,
Yeah.
they want an authentic version of you,
Yeah.
and they could feel that it's authentic, and it's like, oh, this is really this guy. This is really how this guy feels. You know what I mean? This is really. He's saying he believes. I can't remember who told me it, and it's all like, hey, dude, when you go and do your jokes, it's all, even if you don't believe them, say it like you believe them. Like, it doesn't matter what you're saying. If you're saying the wildest shit, don't like ever pull back, be like, oh, my bad. Just like whatever you're saying, believe it. Like, if you believe it, then they'll believe it with you. But if you kind of like go like, oh, or you're like looking at your phone too much, or like in your set, it's like, this guy doesn't believe what he's saying. Like some of the comic, like every new comic does it. It's like they'll just say like outlandish shit. You know what I mean? That's not true. Like 100% not true and completely left field, like shock value stuff. And it's like, dude, you're not really like getting gang banged in the butt. You know what I mean? You're
like,
just saying
I
that
fucked a
because
pigeon and I came in his butt.
Yeah,
like
there's-
it's shock. It's like, whoa. And then, but for that guy, it works because he's like an old guy with purple hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he was like an 18-year-old Mexican dude or something like that, it'd be like, all right.
It's all,
you know what I
get
mean?
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that's a joke off Reddit. So
Yeah, my thing though is like
Good kill.
I think a lot of
Good
it's
to
like
get Keep him in
I
his
learned
place.
for me myself is like I have to go up with no plan. Like I can't
It's a great
be,
idea.
I can't be too planned.
Mm.
No, like it's for real. Like I have to go up and like almost have
Well, what do you mean? Like no script or like
no script.
no bullet points?
No, like you can have some, but you have to almost go up where. For me, I have to almost go up where I have to have the idea lingering in the back of my head.
Well, that's where you find your shit.
Yeah, that's
But
where
then- but then
I
the, like-
can't. Like I'm not one to sit right and then make sure I go off the script, because that's when I start not performing it. I just start telling.
You get on rails and you just fucking read it.
But
Yeah.
that's how you have to figure it out, though. Like, cause like I go and like I did the fucking car bit on Tuesday,
Yeah,
and that was real. I just fucking changed my girl's oil.
Yeah.
I just did it the day before,
yeah,
and that was real. Like I was really that mad about it.
right.
And then so I was like, okay, that was funny. Now I have to replicate it, and it was shittier today because I had to fucking like try and figure out the pacing of it.
For sure.
That Mexican joke where I went to Anthony's house and I was like from scratch. The
Uh-huh.
first time I said that joke, it was the best time it ever happened. I constantly made new tags for it, new punchlines, new ways to say it, flipped the whole story backwards, flipped
Yeah.
it back on its chest, and then I'm like, this joke doesn't work anymore. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it anymore. And it's just like, it was so natural the first time I said it because I
Yeah.
was telling a story. And that's why I bailed on so many bits.
But you have to commit. You have to do it enough to where it feels real.
yeah.
Like it's like, and it is real. Like, cause I was doing it, I'm like, I could replicate that again. Like the fucking, cause I was like, God, it's such high energy. Can I keep up that high energy every time I do it? And it's like, I have the vibrator bit, and I'm like, when I'm doing it, I feel it. And it's like I'm like upset about it. Like, I'm like, and it's like I'm feeling it. And it's because I've done it enough to where I can feel it. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm doing it. Like,
it's the same in acting. In acting, you read your script and you're blocked by your script to performing to your full potential. But then you memorize your script, you get rid of your script, and then you can start acting. And then finally you start putting all the costume and makeup on, and then you feel.
yeah,
And then it's like all a process. Like
then you're there.
yeah, it's really you really have to transform into, I'm telling this like it's the first time I've told it. That's why I think that Mexican joke, like or just any story joke, whatever, like if
My
If you-
man.
That's where the reps matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then if it's that's why the memorization is so important, because you memorize it so much so that when you're on the show and the crowd's hot and ready for it, you fucking smash with it.
Instead of
know.
going, oh.
And low key, that's how I felt yesterday. I went to Paso and I did material that I've been doing a lot. Like I did my hometown bit, but I added even more tags, slowed the fuck down, and it became such a killer bit. Like and you don't know that until you're on the show and you're in front of the people, and that's when it fucking counts. Open mics don't count. I feel like open mics, all these like little things, they don't count until you're on the show and there's people that have not been there, and it's the opera house effect. Like then it's truly like a whole thing, you know.
Yeah. That's what you're doing it for. You're doing it for that.
that's how I mean, I'm trying to get good enough to where I'm just on shows. I don't want to be open micing,
Yeah.
you know. And regardless of whether Dave Chappelle open mics or, but I mean, of course you're gonna be open micing, but like
He open mics at shows. He works out material at shows.
right where everyone's there to laugh at everything you're saying.
Yeah.
you know.
It's different living in New York. It's like, hey, I'm Dave Chappelle. I'm going to go pop into the Comedy Cellar. And it's like, I'm going to go do 35 minutes tonight. But that's like a different fathom, Like, that's like not even varsity league. That's like fucking Mount Rushmore. It's like he just knows. Like, he could write something and he knows. He goes, this is the beat to this. This is the beat to that. That's going to do this. He says it in his head. Boom, this is going to work tonight. Let me go work it out and find the tags, find the fun.
But one thing that we've talked about on here before is like, I feel like big comics, they get to a point where they're not hungry and then they fall off.
Yeah.
And so like the way I see it, like open mics, it's like you have to prove yourself in that frame of time. Because like what we were talking about, the opera house effects, part of it is just like we paid to see you, or even if you're more famous, we know who you are, we like your attitude.
Yeah. We paid to see you.
Yeah, we're here for you, so I'm already giddy just seeing you in person.
Yeah. Just you coming out, I laugh because you're so funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I feel like sometimes like you can see their material dwindle because when they do try to work on shit and they always have positive reinforcement, how do you figure out what's good or bad? You know what I mean?
It's like a fucking, you're like in a, what do you call it? Like an echo chamber.
An echo chamber,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we're a long way from that. So
I don't know, man. You're working material out at shows, so it sounds like you're already there.
I mean, I do because I wasn't miking. So like I would come to like a Thursday before the show. I'm like, okay, I've been thinking about this in my head. Let me see. It's funny. It's funny. Okay, I'm doing it tomorrow.
We do call you the Dave Chappelle of the Bakersfield comedy
Yeah, that's
scene.
what I've heard.
I think everyone says that though.
Yeah.
When you leave, we're
Yeah, when I
like,
leave, it's like,
"Holy
hey,
shit."
that's a Dave Chappelle of the Bakersfield comedy
Yeah,
scene.
because he vapes on stage.
Bye.
What's the cause of ruckus with the community?
I got beat up by a special ed.
Hold on, bitch. Bro.
Hey, tell me if this counts as bullying.
Even like in a silly goose time.
I'm pretty cool, I think. He calls me Zaddy.
Welcome to the Bad Neighbor Podcast.